So we got absolutely royally effed. Let's talk about it. So starting off right away, we went ahead and tried to sign a new D tackle after losing DJ Reader last week. We tried to sign Tahir Tart, a guy who just got cut recently from the Tennessee Titans, and we tried to go ahead and sign him to our squad to, have that replacement behind BJ Hill. If anything, maybe just a rotational piece, maybe he can step up and start playing good. He's 26 years old, you never know what could happen. Well, it looks like we were not able to get him mainly because of the waiver order. So the Browns put in a waiver bid, we put in a waiver bid, and then the Texans put in a waiver bid. Now, if it were just us and the Browns, it wouldn't have been a problem. The Browns actually are below us on waiver priority, so therefore we would have gotten the guy. But sadly, because the Texans were above us, they were able to get Tart, and now they have him on their squad. So, kind of sucks that we missed out on him. Overall wise, Tart's not that crazy of a great D tackle. He would just have been a rotational piece, if anything. It's not like, he would automatically became a better than BJ Hill or better than what DJ Reader was. I mean, overall wise, again, he played for Tennessee for the last 4 seasons. They've had a pretty good defense, and he hasn't really put up too crazy great stats. At the end of the day, he would have just been a rotational piece, and that's kind of what we needed. We do have faith in Zach Carter. We have faith in Josh to really go out there and play at the top level. To have a third guy in there to rotate around is nice. So the question is, who can they go pick up now? Because whoever they pick up has to be in the same exact kind of wave of Tahir Tart. It has to be a guy who's going to be cost not much money at all, be a very cheap asset, maybe just a guy for 1 year, bring him in and see what he can do, right? So, looking at free agency, at a D tackle position, really going down this list here, a lot of these guys are older. A lot of these guys are going to cost more money because they are vested free agents, and they're going to require more than just, the league minimum. They're going to probably cost $4 or $5 million for a 1-year contract. And Cincinnati's not looking to go ahead and do that. Now, the youngest guy of this first bunch right here is Chris Wormley, but I know a lot of people in my comment section have been talking about Sue. I don't think they're going to pick up Sue. I'll be honest with you. I know the idea of Sue because, listen, obviously he's been to the Super Bowl, right? He's actually a Super Bowl champion, but he's 36 years old, and I don't think they're going to pick him up. Ross Blacklock does interest me a little bit. He's also a Tennessee Titans that was cut from the Titans. So he's another guy. He's actually currently on the Texans practice squad. So we could actually go ahead and finesse the Texans here and be like, hey, listen, you guys, stole our guy. We're going to steal your guy. But, I mean, if they're going with Tahir Hart over this guy, I don't really think they would be too upset about that. But other than that, though, there's not many players on free agency that they could really go for, that are going to come in and be an immediate impact. And again, I'm not saying Tahir Tart was going to be one, but at least he had the potential to be one. Now, of course, they could go with defensive end and move him to D tackle, but again, you're usually not going to get the straight up production value of what a D tackle is. We're DJ Reader, right? It's a nose tackle. Most defensive ends, unless they're a big body guy, is not going to be able to replace that. That's why DJ Reader is so good against the run. Because he's like that gigantic plug in the middle of the defense that just goes boom and then done. There's not many players out there who are going to be able to replace that value in any way, and honestly, even close to that value, sadly. So if they want to go with somebody, you could go with someone like Hurst here. I think he played for the Browns, yeah. Could go with someone like this, maybe potentially pick him up, see what happened. Right now, he is placed on IR and will miss the remainder of the season, so you're not going to pick him up. Man, there is not many options. Like, that really sucks, the fact that we did lose out on him because of the fact of that. And, okay, Carlos Davis, again, these are all guys that, realistically speaking, probably have zero potential to be anything special. But who knows? Maybe as a rotational piece in loose defense, they could figure something out and actually be pretty serviceable for us. And that's really all we need, is just a serviceable piece that can come in and take over. We don't need a guy who's going to be, you know, the best player possible. We just need a guy who's going to be able to really just be a competent rotational piece. And again, we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening here, whether or not they do go ahead and pick somebody else up, because at this moment in time, you know, it's very clear they're at least open to the idea of going to find somebody else. And the fact that they found out today, hey, listen, we didn't get the guy we wanted, they're probably going to continue to look, right? So it's very possible sometime soon we see somebody. But sadly, looking at the options available, it doesn't seem like there's too many great options that they could pick from. So it's kind of like, okay, well, good luck. Hopefully you get someone good. Hopefully they do. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, though, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.